Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's Read the Wheel of Time, Book 3. Today we are chapter 19? 19 indeed, and it's called Awakening, and it's the dagger thing again, the symbol, so it might be again something with Matt. So let's just go and get going and have some fun. Ah, ah, yes, fuck yes, man! Finally a Matt chapter. Oh God. Oh, there's so many questions I have. Let's see. Let's see what Matt does. Let's see who Matt is. Let's get to know Matt. Finally, after 200 freaking books, let's get to know Matt Cauldron. Cawthon. Yeah, not Cauldron. That would be stupid. Matt Cawthon enter the world of the Wheel of Time. At least I will enter it through his perspective now. I hope. I hope it's not. I hope it's not someone. Please. I hope it's not someone because I just read Matt opened his eyes. I hope it's from his perspective. I hope it's not just gonna be like, and Gwen looked at him, and Gwen thought, yeah, I like Gwen. Don't misunderstand me. I love Gwen. Gwen's Gwen, but Matt, mate, please don't, please be Matt. Wondering where he was. Indeed, it is Matt. Frick yes. Oh, it's been such a long time. Oh God, I'm so happy. Frick yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's hype moment. Interesting. The mattress under his back felt plumped full of feathers. Somewhere rich then. Interesting. Somewhere with money, but his head was empty of the where and the how and a lot more besides. So he seems to be a good logical, like he that tells me, and I'm probably overinterpreting stuff now, but he seems to understand, like to have some basic deduction skills. He'd been dreaming, okay. Wild flights and fights, strange people from across the ocean. Oh, he remembers the Ch.19. Ways and portal stones and pieces of other lives. Ooh, yes, I forgot he does not. Yeah, 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 Matt, what were your other lives? What did you do? He betrayed Rand once, I think. We know that. So what do you remember from that? Tell me everything. Tell me everything, my good old friend that I'm now gonna get to know. Uh, a lawyer was no dream, and he was an ogier. Oh yeah. Chunks of conversation, talks with his father, with friends, with Moraine and a beautiful woman, and a ship captain. Beautiful woman, yeah, I wonder, you know, that's so weird. Why would beautiful woman be here? Like it's so random. Like that's not very descriptive. Who is that supposed to be? Anyway. And the ship captain, hello Beldomore. A well-dressed man who spoke to him like a father giving sage advice. What? Who's that? Who's that? Do I remember that? Do I remember the well-dressed man? But it was all bits and fragments drifting. The like dressed man that gives him advice. I hope that's not the Shagalogoth remnant. And he's talking gibberish again, or the old tongue. Muat drin tiadar alend kalad drin radiem. He murmured. It really is, I don't know, sounds Persian, I don't know. I don't speak Persian. I've never heard Persian, but I would imagine. So if I want to imagine what Persian sounds like, this would be it, I think. Oh, what are we getting now? Are we getting a flashback? Packed lines of spearmen stretched a mile or more to either side below him, dotted with the pens and banners of towns and citizens and minor houses. Yeah, so it's gonna be important who he is. So the blood thing is gonna be important now. Let's see who he is. Last guesses, we might get to know it here. So potentially last guesses, I still think it's the old king of Manetheren. So the river security displaying on the left, the box and wires on the right. Yeah, yeah, and the trollocs are coming and trying to break through. And everything's bloody. Yeah, great. Okay, so the Trollocs are like just shooting arrows, and the Dreadlords are commanding them to just shoot arrows. Don't care if our guys are mauled, but yeah. On the ridge behind him, the Hard Guard awaited his command. Who's the Hard Guard? He might also be the captain of the forces. Armor on men and horses alike. Oh, wow, that's cool. Have we seen horse armor before in Wheel of Time? I'm not sure. They must win here or die. He was known as a gambler. Haha, you got that. That carried over, mate. Oh man, that carried over. It was time to toss the dice. Oh yeah, Allie actes und. The dice have fallen. Die Würfel sind gefallen. In German. He gave the order as he swung open into his saddle. Footmen, prepare to pass cavalry forward. Yeah, the Red Eagle banner is over his head, we know. Oh, that's such a cool tactic. So they have the footmen are like opening up, and the thralls are going in, and they're just gonna ride them down now, I think. Very, very nice. I like how this is described. Gaps into which the Trollocs poured, roaring bestial cries like a black oozing tide of death. I love that word, oozing. Ah, ooze. Forward the Hard Guard! Forward! For the honor of the Red Eagle! The Red Eagle, Manethrin! Yay. And they just go, the Hard Guard pounded into the gaps between the spearmen, smashing the tide, hurling it back. Half-human faces snarled at him, oddly curved swords sought him, but he cut his way ever deeper. Win or die. I like that. That's so cool. So his character carried over. This is the first time in the series we've seen the whatever soul. Let's just call it soul. The reborn soul remember the past, and we can surmise that certain ideas or character traits seem to carry over. So the gambling thing carried over, I think, a bit, and this win or die as well. It's like this gamey idea. You know what I mean? It's so cool. I love that. I would not have expected it. Los Valdar Cui Biairi. Okay. Okay, that means forward the Hard Guard. Moraine had told him a few words of the old tongue, and those were all he knew of. The rest might as well be magpie chatter. Okay. This was only a dream, he said. No, mate. Oh, man. Now, we don't know if he's the general or if he is even the king of Manethrin Reborn. But, oh man, this is so cool. He had been sick, something to do with the dagger. Yeah, I hope you remember nothing of that, mate. Okay, and he doesn't even remember anything anymore. Egwene and Nynaeve had been taking him to Tar Valon. He remembered that. Okay, at least that. At least he remembers Egwene and Nynaeve. So there are beeswax candles. Perfect. Like my bees. So the bees survived. That's good to know. Oh, and they have like, they produced a feast for him, so he will eat enough. That's so good. Yeah, wow, I'm getting so hungry now. One plate held slices of beef roast piled thickly. Mmm, great. Oh, mate, I would like to be in your position. At least food concerning. Yeah. Roasted potatoes, sweet beans with onions, cabbage, and butter peas. Mmm. Oh, mate, that sounds so tasty. Pickles and a wedge of yellow cheese. Yeah, I can't eat that cheese, but yeah. Oh, crusty bread. Mm. It was enough of everything for 4 men. So you're gonna eat for 4 men now. Okay, you do that. He doesn't know where he is. Oh, and there's mustard. Beef and mustard. That's good. Always have mustard ready. Okay, so he does not remember. You can turn the worst that comes to your advantage if you only think. Yeah. So my assessment was probably not um, overgeneralizing. I think he is good at deducing stuff, and he might be very, very clever now that he's free of the dagger. Because we don't really know real Matt. We know that Matt's a bit playful, but like they ran for like 5 chapters and then he got the dagger. So we don't really need. We don't know Matt. Wow, it's so cool. We only know that he is on Rand's side because they're best friends. When it seemed somebody had taken advantage of Matt's father, it always turned out they had gotten the greasy end of the stick. Nice. Not that Abel Corthan ever did anything dishonest, but even Terran Ferryfolk never got the best of him, and everybody knew how close to the bone they cut. Or because he thought about things from every side that there was, yeah. He's very calculated. I hope Matt's like that as well. I hope. Tavalon, it had to be Tavalon. This room belonged in a palace. The flowered money carpet alone probably cost as much as a farm. More, he did not think he was sick any longer, and from what he had been told, Tavalon was his only chance to get well. Wow, this is so good. I think Matt just became my favorite character. Probably, I have to reevaluate my God, I can't believe that. It's so cool. He's exactly, wow, it's so cool that he's so like he can deduce stuff. We needed one like that. We needed someone who's very clever. And then we know, like, we get to know being clever. Because in Moraine, it's always like, yeah, she does stuff. And even if she does clever stuff, they don't tell me because that would spoil things, I assume. So cool. Matt the genius. Matt is probably the genius. Let's go. Let's go. This is my hunch. I might be completely wrong about all of this because it's like I've read like 5 pages. No, 3 pages of Matt, and I already love him. So let's go. Let's go. Okay, he had never felt sick. Even Varen, who he remembers in a haze, told him he was dying. Now he felt weak as a babe and hungry as a starving wolf, but somehow he was sure the healing had been done. I feel whole and well, that's all. I've been healed. He grimaced at the shutters. Okay. Healed, that meant they used the 1 power on him. Better than dying, he told himself. Oh, hey, he already finished a slice of beef. Yeah, man, you eat, mate. I hope there is not a lot of that man in Matt's thoughts, because I would like someone to think like that in the book. How could he turn being in Tavalon in the White Tower? It has to be to his advantage. Oh man, is he gonna like be a completely different story from all the others and just trying to get the best of everyone? That would be so funny. No, it's not gonna happen because he's Tavarin, but Tavalon met Aes Sedai, that was certainly no reason to stay even an hour, exactly the opposite. Okay, he still has. He's a bit like naive that he doesn't like them, or perhaps he's still afraid because he hasn't learned a lot, because he was not aware during his travels. And I don't even know if he remembers the 1,000 lives from the Bizarro world, because he might have already been like in mode. You know what I mean? Yeah, what he remembered of his time with Moraine later Varen was not much to go on, yeah. He didn't recall anything terrible by them, and he didn't recall anything at all. Okay, great. Okay, he just says whatever Aes Sedai do, they do it for their own reasons. And yeah, that's fair. Those are always the reasons you think they are. Oh, he's talking to himself a bit. I like that. Oh, this is so cool. And Aes Sedai never lies, but the truth an Aes Sedai tells you isn't always the truth you think it is. That's one thing I have to remember. Ah, it's so cool. He's like making a little list in his head what to do and what to. I love this. Was an intriguing conclusion. He filled his mouth with butter peas. Yeah, mate, eat your peas. 7 arches, blue, red, brown, yellow. Yeah, it's like a computer. It's like I'm probably over interpreting all of this. Like, but it feels like he's like very systematic in thinking. Rats were the worst, except for that black archer they all claim doesn't exist. Okay. But the red archer should be no threat to him. They were only interested in men who could channel. And now he remembers Rand. What does he remember of Rand? Where is Rand? Yeah. I wonder if he's gone mad yet. Okay, he knows that. Oh, and Matt's unsure if he would help Rand because he's afraid of him a bit. Not afraid, like cautious of him because he can channel, and he heard that people like that are going mad. Discovering what Rand could do had been like finding out his best friend tortured small animals and killed babies. What? Oh, and he doubts if he's still his friend. Why now? Wasn't he like in his delirium, I'm sorry, I will always be with you? Let's see. I have to look out for myself. That's true, though. Yeah, he feels like the others have gone on their own paths. Perrin being a wolf man, Egwene and Nynaeve being Aes Sedai, and Rand and Moraine being like Dragon Reborn people on a crusade. Tavalon, it's wealthy, okay. He did not think he could get an Aes Sedai to gamble with him, and he would probably lose as well, so. Okay, and he only remembers vaguely something from Caemlyn and Caerhien. Oh, and he thinks like, oh, I wonder if they will let me keep the ruby from the dagger. Hasn't the dagger done enough to you, mate? Oh, man. Oh, God, yeah. They'll probably say it's tainted too. And likely it was. Okay, so he's not an idiot. And he's thinking, yeah, still I could trade that, and then I could do that, and then I could do that. That's so cool how he plans things. Oh yeah, okay. And he thinks like, yeah, if I had the ruby, I could buy the best farm in Eamon's Field. But do I want that even? What do I want? Oh, I think he's now gonna wonder what he wants in life. I hope he does. Once that had been his biggest ambition, that and to be known as his father's equal as a horse trader. Yeah. Okay, he will first find Egwene and Nynaeve. That's good. It's so cool. Wow, I never ever expected him to be this like clever and grounded in reality. Maybe they've come to the sense. Maybe they're giving up this foolishness about becoming Aes Sedai. He did not think they would have. But he could not go without seeing them. That's so cool. Wow. He would go, that was true, visit with them, a day to see the city, perhaps a game with the dice to pad out his purse, and then he would be off for somewhere where there were no Aes Sedai. Okay, what's gonna happen to him? What is he gonna do? What is his journey gonna be? Before he returned home, I will go home one day I will. He meant to see something of the world, okay. Wow, he just ate everything, okay. He felt as if he had hardly eaten at all, and he wants more. Yeah, food. I blew the horn of Valir. His hand froze. Oh, this is so epic. This is so damn epic. Softly he whistled a bit of tune, then cut it short when the words came to him. I'm down at the bottom of the well. It's night, and the rain is coming down. The sides are falling in, and there's no rope to climb. I'm down at the bottom of the well. Yeah, so you have to wait for it to be filled. There had better be a bloody rope to climb, he whispered. Yeah. Yeah, and he wonders, do they know that I blew the horn of Valir? What will they do if they know? Yeah. If they ask, I never even touched it. Yeah, that's great plan, mate. Oh, yeah, Matt, that's gonna work. It's so gonna work. Soft knock on the door brought him swaying to his feet, ready to run. There had been any place to run to, and if he could have managed more than 3 steps, but there was not, and he could not. The door opened. Nice. That was the Matt chapter I wanted for all time. All of time and space. Everything that ever happened and ever will in the Matt chapter. No, but seriously, I love this. Like from his phasing back into the past to his way of thinking to wondering what he's gonna do. Brilliant. Didn't think it would be this good. Loved it. That this was like, I think this was probably the most my favorite chapter till now in the book, because they was so badass. Though the parent chapters are very close, because I now get to know Matt. I've not known Matt. He was always a side character because he wasn't there. Like his mind was in a dream all through books 1 and 2. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you liked this. If you did, consider liking and sharing and commenting what you thought. And yeah, so Chainsaw Man will come out later today, because I presume I will upload this on a Thursday, Tuesday. So I hope you've got a good Tuesday. And yeah, so anyway, please take care of yourself. And yeah, I will see you soon. Perhaps most likely tomorrow. So take care and bye.